live? Could it be? Yeah, I'm live. What up? I'm waiting for coffee activities. She said she's on the way. A lot of new faces here. Did not see, who did I not see? Jasmine, who's usually manning this battle station, and I haven't seen Haley yet. But, coffee. That's the main thing. Denise, and I love you back. I love all you guys. I couldn't wait to come back. Exciting. Jim Wolf, what up? Maria Ann, thank you for kicking off Super Chat activities or parking activities. Janice Mary. Keith, you have buffet. Not in my pocket. When was the last time I had a buffet? I think the last time I had a buffet was me and Brother Phil ate at Bellagio. That was, shit, that's almost a year ago. It's hard to believe. Bro, where you at? Val-Marie, Venus, Tom, long time no talk. Like, what, an hour? That was cool catching up. Angie. Sony. Victor, I am back. Kyle, my brother in coffee activities. Subi. Come on. Come on, coffee. I got someone next to me.
Yeah, I can grab you one.
But I don't care. Tom Helm, what up? I put another video up from, why are we staring at the ceiling? I put another video up that I did on Raw and Uncensored. I thought everyone would like. Vaughn with the 10. Thank you very much. That's most appreciated. Vaughn hit me up over on the Venmo activities. Alright, this is about time. I was waiting. She'll be here. I know she will. Sander, shout out Netherlands. Alright. Let's see what's what. Let's adjust camera activities. Red dress theory, yeah, it's a red. Like, if someone paid you to spot something, you'd spot it. So, you know, that's a theory. Your mind has to actively seek the good in life. Mind has to actively seek opportunity. The mind has to actively seek, you know, even negativity. You know, that way you steer clear of it. Correct? Correct. Red dress theory. Oh, what up? Is that too much? Let me adjust. Is that too much? Going all the incognitos. Venus and Jim with the 10. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Alright, enough of that. Flop. Yeah, I'm all sorts of incognito. That's how I go out. No, not really. That is how I go out. I put a hat on. I usually put dark glasses on. So I don't, like, you know, run into my neighbors. Oh. So that's what you do, Bror Fredrik. No. I just play one on TV. Yeah, I gray manned out. Can you see me? I know I'm blending into the background with my urban camouflage. Yeah, it's kind of got that, you Bieber look. I'm tactical AF today. Alright, I decided to come on early because I do have, and Mary hit me up on the Venmo as well. Thank you very much. I do have an airport run in, I gotta leave here by like 6 to be there at 7. That's my guesstimate right now. Matter of fact, you can check on that. Just give me 1 second. Where's my coffee? She couldn't have forgot about me. That would be impossible. Alright, how are we gonna do this? He's probably watching. Hit me up on Final Approach, bro. Just give me a second. There we go. Alright, I got like a all 7 of my phones out. So, what do you want to talk about? When was the last time I was live? I think on the 15th, because I had to update the thumbnail. What was that, 2 weeks ago? Fucking yikes. Why does this want to go straight? There we go. Alright. It's been a busy week. It's been an exciting week. I wonder if I'm allowed to post. I'm going to do an experiment real quick. Hold on. I know I don't allow people to post links in the description. However, I never checked if I could. Let's see. I'm going to check it out right now. You ready? I'm posting a link. Oh, it posted. I guess I'm allowed to post links. Isn't that cool? Alright, so this is what I've been working on for like the past week or so. Company I'm with, we made Yahoo Finance News. So you might want to go check that out. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a big deal. A couple of people have seen a prelim to it, but I figured I'd make it public. So that's us in a nutshell. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. BB. Mr. Gumballs. Yeah, I mean, we made Yahoo News. I mean, can you get more friggin' serious than that? Got our own article in Yahoo News. So, go check that out if you're so inspired. Did I ever see the Tournament of Kings at Excalibur? I just got my results. I have not. I've seen people come. No. I have not in a very, very, very long time. I saw it in maybe like 1999 or something like that. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun eating those big Horkin turkey legs and whatnot, the smoked turkey legs. I eat with my hands anyway. I eat standing up. Am I the only one who eats standing up? I prefer to eat standing up unless I have company. I always eat standing up. But yeah, it was cool. But we have seen people come out of there, and looks like they're having a blast. I mean, when something's free, the entertainment value definitely goes up. Cool. Yeah, it's fun. Your son did that. Mr. Gumballs, thank you very much. Alright, am I gonna have to... It's only 75 people? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I wanted to see people. Alright, now. Check out fan funding activities. I really like that. She said she's not right. Could she have forgotten about me? Should I ask her for another one? She said she'd bring it over. Alright, what do we gotta talk about? We got a lot of shit to talk about. But did anyone check out that article? Yahoo News, baby. The de facto place to get your shit up on. We up on it. Chaotic Rich. And I'm gonna see a bunch of you in 3 weeks for our Nation Get Together 2025. I'm excited. Yeah, do what Jim said. Hit the thumbs up and all that. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to research this coffee. I'm like Jones in coffee right now. Hang out. You know what? I'll point you in the other direction, so maybe you can stare at Mercedes over there or something. All right. Don't go anywhere. 29 days? Yeah. Well, it's 29 days? Yeah, you're right. Didn't spill a drop.
There's singular package.
I will take it. Thank you. Awesome. She was actually walking over here. I met her halfway. Like two ships in the night. Alright, what are we gonna look at? Gonna look at me? Whoa! No, I grease them like crazy. On average, I give them, actually, I got my own stash of Truvia. I give them $10 per cup of coffee. I think that's like pretty freaking generous. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Alright, let's see what else is what. You're coming in. 171 days? Cool. Alright, hold everything. Let's build this real quick. Who carries their own stash of Truvia? Except true nut jobs like me. Oh, wait. Steam milk activities. Ah, this first one's gonna go down good. Like if she comes by, hooks me up with another one, she'll get a 20 out of the deal. I think that's fair. Some people tip like $1 on coffee. Coffee has that much value in my life. Real sugar, no! Yeah, that's the devil's work. Alright, are we ready? Let's have some coffee. And then we'll talk about sick shit. Did anyone go check out that article? Yeah, what up? Alright. And you'll see more like it coming soon. We're doing big things. Alright. Chin down. Best coffee in town. I don't know what kind of voodoo they did. Read it twice? Thank you. Don't leave any comments, unless you want to. I know that Bror Fredrik is an asshole. Alright, let's check out what's going on here. What's under that? Alright, enough. Okay. Your son eats standing up? Cool. I kind of like that. I posted a link up above. My company got its own page and article on one of our product launches on freaking Yahoo News. It's kind of a big deal. You know, the euphoria is still there. Kind of a big deal. Alright, so obviously I'm not the only one who eats standing up. That's good. Alright, let me ask you this. Why do I keep moving this camera? I don't know. I'm not used to doing this anymore. Well, I am and I'm not. Alright. Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe. What do you think I do? Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe. What do you guys do? I'm curious. Yeah, don't leave me to go look at that link. Century, what's going up? Socks first and then shoes. Okay. Alright, what else? Let me know. I want to know. I want to know how much of an anomaly I am. Sock, shoe. Okay. He does look. He says he does, so the food goes down. That makes sense. Oh, Venus, you do the sock, shoe. I'm feeling it. Well, yeah, I think everyone does that. Everyone does sock, shoe. I do sock, shoe. And like tying them and everything. Shoe, if I have to tie them. Why is that? Like, I haven't really put my finger on it. Archie Bunker I saw like an Archie Bunker rerun. What was that? All in the Family, like years and years ago, where it was making fun of Meathead for doing sock shoe. Well, someone sent it to me. They're like, "You're messed up. I can prove it." Even Archie Bunker thinks you're nuts. Yeah, that's how I found that. It's not like I watched it on, when it first came out. I'm not 80. Yeah, sock shoe. I don't know where I picked that up from. No socks, no shoes. Oh, that's good too. Who else has house shoes? Do you have house slippers? I have house slippers. I mean, you can walk around in bare feet and whatever, but then I don't care how much you Swiffer. I don't care how much you vacuum. I don't care how much you keep your house perfectly clean. You end up with like Circle K feet, like black feet and whatnot. What up, Carl? No socks. That's cool. Wait, I gotta answer my watch. 2 devices are no longer with me. Okay. All right, let's have coffee. Then we're gonna talk about how the hell is everyone have an EBT card except me? Does the whole world have one except me? Do they pass them out somewhere I should know about? We used to call them what? Food stamps? Does everyone have one except me? That is so good. That is gloriously good. I wish I could smoke a cigar right now. That's how good it is. Alright, so I went to... Where'd I go? I went to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, get notified when I do this again, which is at least shoot for once a week. Alright. And do all the stuff. Yeah, I never had one. How do you get those things? I think they grow on trees. I honestly think there's a tree out there and you just go pick them off or something. I don't know. I would like to know why you can use EBT and eat at restaurants. Yeah, and we're gonna have the conversation. But let me find something real quick. I went shopping. It's been so busy. I really didn't get. I really haven't had time, believe it or not, to do my shopping. So I went and did my shopping. And I did. Oh, we're gonna talk about some sick-ass toilet paper math too. Don't let me forget. All right, where is it? See, oh, there we go. This is typical shopping for me. Let me turn the camera on. I did my shopping. What up? Wait, hold on. Wow. Oh, I gotta join the commies in order to get that. Oh, I get it. All right, this is my typical shopping. Ignore that chick up in the corner. Alright, so I go to Smith's, and this is what I got. I got 2 things of Daily Driver coffee, gallon of milk, a bunch of cottage cheese. I got some kielbasa for the kielbasa queen. I got butter, I got sour cream. I got, that's like 3 pounds of Bork for $7. That was cheap. I got 5 pounds of bacon. 5 pounds of bacon. Halfway through, my tummy started shaking. Toast on the side, 5 gallons of juice. That was just for breakfast when I started to get loose. I could rap. And I got 3 packages of chuck roast for... How much was that? It was like $4.49 a pound. Smith's is not putting meat on sale anymore. So that was my thing. It was like $150 out the door. Even that sounds expensive, even though everything I bought was pretty much on sale. Those butters, Smith's has their own brand butter. It's pretty freaking good. It was 2 for like $7.29. Score. Still walked out for $150. Them things is coffee. They were regular price $12.99. I got them for $7.99. All right, cool. I got the bacon. It's usually $8.99. I got it for $4.99 if you buy 5. And so I bought everything on sale. Still fucking $150. But I digress. However, I'm not. So I'm online and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and everyone's chatting and da-da-da. Every single person in front of me, every single person in front of me whipped out an EBT card. Every single one of them. We're talking about Smith's. Smith's is not Walmart. Smith's is not Dollar General. Smith's is not the bodega. Smith's is Smith's, slightly higher end. It's not Sprouts, it's not Whole Foods, it's not Trader Joe's, but it's Smith's. If you line up all the grocery stores, it's in the upper echelon. It's not cheap. Unless you do it like me and only buy shit that's on sale. And then get the points for the gas, and I paid $3.03 for my gas because I had points. All right, cool. Every single person paid with EBT. This one dude, a freaking dude. A dude. How does that work with a dude? I couldn't catch her attention. Should I whistle? Is it still appropriate to whistle at chicks, even if, you're not, coffee? Anyway. So, dude. Not old, not young, not old, fit. Didn't look, handicapped. Didn't look like, whatever. Didn't have purple hair. Looked like a regular dude, Whoops out the freaking EBT card. His shit's like $102. And, it's EBT. Oh, yeah, the EBT. And then they give a card, right? And so EBT, all the shit, he slides it, and he ends up paying like $30. And I'm like, how do you get that? Okay, how do you get that? What's your damage that you get that, Okay, dude in front. 200, no, couple in front, 200 and change, 212, whatever it is. Swipe their EBT card. Walk right out. Adios. That next person, and it has nothing to do with nothing. White, black, brown, red, yellow, everyone, no, not, I don't see many of my Asian friends whipping them shits out. Tell you something. How does this work? Here's the other kick in the balls. I'm out in the parking lot after I'm reaching into my freaking pocket. I'm straightening out $5 bills, $152 and for 3 singles, 53. And I'm busting my ass. 60 hours a freaking week, Busting my ass. Reaching in my own pocket, pulling out the Benjamins, buying shit that's only on sale. Oh, I could afford this. It's only $4.49 a pound. Let me stock up a little bit. Oh, 5 bacons. All right, I eat 1 pound of bacon a day. That's half my intake for the day. Well, how does this happen? Here's the kick in the balls. I'm walking out. Because I walk faster than the average person. Every single person who was in front of me, every single one of them got into a nice ride. One of them got into a Jeep Wrangler. One of them got into a Nissan, not the Sentra. No, a Toyota Camry. It ain't cheap. No car's cheap. They're all, they're not hoopties and whatnot. They're all driving nice vehicles. They're all having fun. They got the car seats and they're high-fiving, and it's just a beautiful day in Vegas. We got our groceries for free. How the actual fuck does that work? Where do you sign up for that? I don't want to sign up for that. I got trauma from that. We'll talk about that in a second, but okay, if you cannot work, if you cannot support yourself, I get it. Even the Bible says, the community needs to take care of women who are alone, widowed women, not freaking floozies because, they're spreading their legs for everyone, Oh, they got 7 kids with 7 baby daddies. We got to support that shit. I don't want to support that shit. Let the freaking different subject. I get it. And they call it WIC. Women infants and children. That's what WIC stands for, in case you didn't know. Why are dudes getting WIC? All right. I mean, I did have a friend. I wouldn't call him a friend. I worked with someone way back in the day who was baby daddy to like freaking 7 women. And one day I did not know I was being suckered into this, but I went on a collection run with him. We used to call him Yo Jeff, you know? I was like, hey, Bror Fredrik, that's where it came from. Started all the way back. We're talking when I was like 17. Hey, Bror Fredrik. I mean, that's always been a thing. Hey, Bror Fredrik. My name has always been one, Bror Fredrik. It's never been Bror, it's never been Fredrik. It's always been Bror Fredrik. Hey, Bror Fredrik. His name was Yo Jeff. Yo Jeff. That's what we used to call it. Yo Jeff. You know, that was his name, Yo Jeff. Mine was Hey Bror Fredrik. Anyway, I went on a collection run with Yo Jeff, and he collected a little bit of scratch from like 7 different places. And we was in some neighborhoods I'd never want to go back to. And he was collecting, you know, like they had an arrangement that, you know, they would split whatever was coming in from the government, you know, the food stamps and the support. But back in them days, you weren't allowed to work. You were not allowed to own a car. You were not allowed to have shit. You know, if you needed that level of support, that the government was supporting you, you'd have to have nothing. You'd have to be putting cars in other people's names, and, you know, it wasn't easy. Nowadays, you know, Bafangul, you know? I mean, they're getting into nice rides, and I just lost respect for Yo Jeff after that. We maintained a connection after that, but, you know, collecting, that's some freaking Huggy Bear level shit, you know? So, anyway, how does that work? How does that work? These people were all capable of working. Every single one of them. No one was limping. No one was in a wheelchair. No one was, you know, blind, deaf, dumb. I mean, yeah, obviously not dumb. I'm listening to the whole thing as I'm waiting. And they're just like, hey, what do you want to do after this? How about come mow my fucking lawn? Because I paid for half your groceries. How about you come paint my freaking house? You know? Oh, we got money from the government. No, you didn't. You reached in my pocket. The government was just a conduit. The government doesn't have its own money. It gets it, it freaking steals it from you and me and gives it to people who don't want to freaking work. What the? How does this work? My mind is boggled. My mind is boggled. Every single person, every single one of them, except me. I'm the fun. They're probably laughing at me like I'm talking about them. They're probably talking about me. See that asshole over there that actually paid? I wouldn't know where to go. What's the 800 number? Where's the building where they hand out free money? How do you, if you can buy a car, let's say that Camry's got to go for what, 40K? Insure it here in Vegas, where insurance is almost 3 times what it is anywhere else except maybe LA. You know, that insurance is probably $500-600 a month. You know, say they finance the Camry, so they're into that for 7-8. They put like 0% down, because they're not like me waiting for freaking auto manufacturers to do 0% financing. That's how I bought my car. See, I was like, oh, 0% financing? I think I'll trade in my Beamer. You know, I ain't buying no shit at freaking 8% interest. I ain't stupid. But I digress. I like digressing. How does that work? So they're into their vehicle for $1,500, well, let's say $1,200 a month, $1,000 minimum. So they got their rent, they got this, they got that, they got, then they got the food stamps. I'm gonna call them what it is. I call them food stamps. How does that work? How does that work? Where do you sign up? Why doesn't the government be like, yo, you got a car, you got 2 feet, what do you need us for? What the actual F do you need us for? Yeah, I'll tell you a story. I once went to get, before I had my facial surgery, this is years before, I went to get some dental work, and I nearly shit at the price. You know, I was like, what are you talking about? How much do you want per? I needed 2 root canals. And they were like, it was supposed to be like $6K for 2 root canals with the caps and all this shit. And I'm just like, yo, that's a lot of money. You know what he had the balls to say to me, which I appreciate at the same time. He was like, is that your brand new Suburban sitting out in the parking lot I saw you drive up in? Someone should have their priorities straight. A dentist legitimately said that to me one day. As much as I was offended, like F you don't count my dollars, I bust my ass. But in one way he was right. I'm driving a brand new freaking Suburban. I'm worried about 6K for my teeth. Anyway, digression. But the government should be saying the same thing. We seen you pull up in a freaking Camry. Whose name is that on there? Where'd you get it? I mean, back in the day, you used to have to prove that you was poor. Now, what do you got to prove? If everyone has it, young, old, everyone's got it. White, black, brown, don't matter. It don't matter. It's not a race thing. It's everyone's freaking on it, except me. Well, I'm sure 99.9% of you, and I'm freaking pissed off. I'm pissed off because that's me. Can I claim those 7 people as dependents? Can I? I should be able to claim them as dependents, right? I'm going to suck this down quick so we can light the fuse on the next one, which is right there. I don't know. Where's the tree it grows on? Where is the tree that this grows on? But Elon Musk, he's doing this, he's doing that. Shut the fuck up. Just stop. This is the waste he's got to get rid of. Oh my God, these people, they have kids and maybe they can't work. What? Why is that my problem? Why is that the government's problem? Bible, we'll go back to the Bible. Bible says man don't work, man don't eat. Starve, MFer. Man, it says man, literal man. But man don't work, man don't eat. Wealthy people can get in SNAP because most of the money in investments and they go off interest. Yeah, but that you'd have to be making, yeah, I mean, you could be wealthy on paper, but see, that's what I'm saying. That is the loophole. Back in the day, they would check into that shit. If you have like $750,000 rolled into SCHD, one of my favorite ETFs, yeah, you're getting a hefty dividend, and yeah, you can probably claim you only make $30,000 a year, but all right, move to the freaking hood. move to some place with bars on the window. Don't tax the people for it. Yeah, it comes from Magic Computers, Magic Money Printing Computers. 14 of them around the country that they create money out of thin air to pay our bills. Our money system's gonna collapse, and a lot of people are gonna be. Teeth should be health insurance. Yeah, I mean, we went through this company-wise. We did a deep dive analysis on benefits and all that. I'm quite familiar with it, so I put my fingerprints on it. And health, dental, I mean, health insurance in and of itself is an absolute freaking scam. However, dental is the worst. Oh, we're gonna give you a whole $2,000 per year. What can you get for $2,000 after you pay? It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. What's included? One cleaning. But wait a second. Let's do the math. That's $15 a month. That's $180 a year. But I can go and buy one for cash for like $75. You're still getting hosed. Yeah, insurance is a scam. Many people, both single and with families, use SNAP benefits to make ends meet. As many people as do many. Yeah, I can get elderly and disabled, but if you can make ends meet. I've been trying to make ends meet my entire life. What do I do to make ends meet? I work longer, harder, faster, smarter, nights, weekends, get up early, and I go to bed late. Isn't that how you make more money to make ends meet? No, I'm gonna suck on the tit of the government? I don't get that. If you can walk from here to there without assistance, get a fucking job. I mean, Yeah, dental insurance is a joke. All insurance is pretty kind of a joke. I mean, if you got hit by a truck, maybe, but you know, other than that, it's just a joke. Yeah, Fletch, car insurance here in Vegas is stupid expensive because the amount of, I mean, it is not safe driving the streets here in Vegas. It's probably, take whatever you're paying now, times it by 3 if you move to Vegas. It's expensive. I just don't, I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. As I went in my pocket and did one of these, I shit you not. One, 6. I'm the only asshole who's doing that. What is wrong? How does this happen? Look, I just dropped some. Yeah, I mean, I'm not freaking miserly. I'm not Ebenezer Scrooge, but getting. All right, I'll tell you my trauma related to that. As I wait for another coffee. Come on, girl. Let me see. I'm trying to send vibes. So, oh, she picked up the vibe. Yeah, that. Who just said that? Who just said that? Who just said that? McFly, I'm with you. I'm with you. It comes down to pride. Like, I'd be. How do you feel good about yourself, especially as a man? Okay, I'll take the women out of it for a second. As a man, how can you possibly feel good about yourself accepting handouts from the government? How do you feel about that? Don't you lose like 2 or 3 inches and your balls shrink when you do that? Or you don't care? How do you have pride in yourself? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. When I was a kid, I'll tell you straight up, not leaving Las Vegas. What up, bro? I just watched one of your videos about what it's like really living in Vegas, and you nailed it. We were just talking about the crazy levels of insurance and whatnot. Yeah, you nailed it in the video. That was a good video. People think it's all fun and games. Fun and games stopped at the pandemic. It used to be cheap to live here by our standards, but now it's just like every other major city. When I was a kid, I ain't ashamed to say it, my mom's, who was genuinely a single mom with 2 kids, she qualified for food stamps. We were young enough where she couldn't go to work, so she needed government assistance. They paid, I remember what the rent was. The rent was, believe it or not, this isn't like a bazillion years ago, but the rent was $320 for a 2-bedroom apartment. All right, cool. My uncle helped a little bit, whatever. Okay. So she did get assistance from the government. They gave her like $80 a week for that. You know, it was okay. I got a scholarship to school because I got a freaking brain, so that was an alleviated burden. Right out of the gate, you know. I got a scholarship, believe it or not, from the 1st grade on. It was Catholic, what do they call it, Catholic Charities or whatever. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of theirs, but they got me into a private school or whatever, and then I got scholarships from 6th grade on. Anyway, so, how you doing? So, she had what was traditionally food stamps. They were food stamps. Now they give you the freaking EBT card. That way you're not embarrassed. How about, let's make America great again by shaming motherfuckers? How about we go there? I'm gonna say it, I don't care. People need to have some shame. People need to be shamed. I mean, not shaming people for things outside of their control. That's just being an a-hole. I hid the word a-hole, but not... Okay, whatever. don't shame people for something they can't control. You know, other than that, have at it. I just don't care. You shaming. That's why people run around with their metaphorical pants around their ankles all frickin' day long, acting a fool, because no one's ever shamed them from the time they popped out their moms. You know, no, the world needs a little shame. You know, the people need to be shamed. Men need to be shamed, you know? Women need to be shamed. Hey, close your legs, you have 8 kids, you know? Men, you're on food stamps, you're a grown-ass man, get a fucking job, you know? People need to be shamed into correct behavior, I'm sorry. Anyway, so EBT eliminates shame, because now I got a credit card just like Bror Fredrik's credit cards. Oh, that he's earned because he's been responsible with his money. He's got a great credit score, borderlining on 800. But I don't use the damn things. But everyone's walking around with a freaking EBT that looks like a credit card and they're swiping the shit like crazy. Okay, because we don't want to shame them. But back in the day, it was a coupon book. Can confirm, I'll admit it. I was born a poor white child. Alright, back in the day, it was a coupon book. It had 1s, it had 5s, it had 10s, and I think like 120. Oh my God. And moms would be like, run down to the corner store. And it was, back then it was like a beautiful neighborhood. Now it looks like frickin' Beirut. But anyway. So go down to the corner store, get some milk, get some bread, and they would even let me pick up grams, but she gave me money. We didn't take it out of the food stamps. And she'd give me like $1 to go pick her up a pack of Virginia Slims and whatnot. So I was like, all right, cool, because nobody gave a shit back then. All right, so days for your grams. Yeah, duh, no, I'm smoking them. I'm freaking 5, shut up. So I come in there, and I'm there with the food stamps, with like maybe a 5 or what, like $3 ones that she pulled out of, that she pulled out of the thing, and she had to make them last the whole month, blah, 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 the whole thing. And what was bread, like, 69 cents or something? Get you some Wonder Bread? Okay. So, I'm in there, little kid, doing my thing, at the bodega on the corner, and someone else walks in the bodega. I don't care who it was. It wasn't about like, a hot chick or whatever. I didn't even know what a hot chick was. I didn't know like asses were nice until I was like freaking 9. I'm talking like when I was like 6 or 7. And someone would walk in and I would hide. I would literally hide behind like the rack of Wonder Bread. I would literally hide behind like the thing with the quarter waters. You know what a quarter water is? I'd hide behind the thing with the quarter water because I was absolutely mortified that I was going to purchase something with food stamps. If I was on the line, I shit you not, I would pretend I forgot something. If someone got behind me just when I was going to pull out the food stamps, I'd be like, and I'm a kid, I'm a child, wasn't even shaving. I started shaving when I was like 10 or 11, but anyway. And I would go pretend I didn't have, forgot something because I was absolutely mortified, not embarrassed, mortified that I was paying with food stamps, and I didn't want another human other than the person at the register to know that I was doing it. And it was not about me per se, but it was. But that's how much of a stigma was attached. You'd be like, oh, your family's broke ass, you come from your dad split. Oh, check him out, he's got food stamps. That means he ain't got no dad, because that's the only way you got him. Okay, but at the same time, mortified that anyone would freaking know, besides the stigma attached to it. And MFers around here whipping out them cards like, woohoo! There you go, slide away, free. And, here's the other thing. So that's my story about that, I asked for help one time from the government. You know what they told me to do? Go get a job. One time, I went to a a free government-sponsored legal clinic. Because I had some legal issues that I got into back in the day. I mean, you know. So I got into some legal issues. So I went to some government-sponsored, not like, you know, a free legal clinic like you see on TV, Better Call Saul type shit. No. And they were like, get a job. First of all, they said, are those blue eyes we see? Go get a friggin' job. You know? That's... Interpret that however you want. They were like, get a friggin' job, bro. They were like, nope. 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 And I almost went down with that shit. Anyway, that's the only time I ever asked for help from the government and got denied. And was told to go kick rocks. When I really, really needed it. That was messed up. And meanwhile, everyone else is like, oh, you better call Saul. You know, free legal help from the government. Anyway, so that's my story about it. But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that irks me. What time is it? Oh, we got time. Here's the other thing that irks the hell out of me. Besides the fact that I want another coffee. I'm not quite caffeinated enough. This is the shortest skirt I've seen so far this skirt season. Anyway, they had nicer stuff than me. That's the other thing that irks me. I'm buying, okay, I told you, Smith's store brand butter, it's Kroger's or whatever. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's not, you know, Irish butter. It's not Danish butter. They're prima donna butters. But it's good. It's better than Walmart. It's better than, you know, Land O'Lakes or whatever crap that is. It's good butter. And I bought it on sale. I literally eat almost a quarter pound of butter a day with a spoon. I was on a meeting like 2 days ago, and people watched me butter pork rinds. Literally taking, like, F it, we were being a little casual. I'm taking pork rinds in my Graham's butter dish with the butter thing, you know, not a butter knife, you know, traditional butter thing, and I'm buttering my pork rinds. And people, oh, aren't you worried about your heart and getting fat? No. Go carnivore. Anyway, these people got like the curry butter. They got, they're not even looking at price. Not even looking at price. I'm buying the cheapest frickin' chuck roast. I've got it down to a science. I can make that taste like prime rib. I make unbelievably delicious pot roast out of it. And, oh, I'll treat myself some prime rib if it goes on sale during the holidays, and I'll stick it in my freezer, you know? Like, I got one big hork of it still left from Christmas. These people are buying, like, T-bones. And I'm buying the cheaper shit. And that's on sale. And I gotta sit there like some chudrul with the, oh, I gotta photograph the QR code and clip the coupon and doing all the hurdles. And these people are just like, oh, prime rib tonight? Sure. T-bone steak tonight? No, get the New York strip. Not even looking at price. New York strip in Smith's, like $20 a pound. And I'm sitting here trying to save a buck, you know? Because I gotta pay for it out of my own pocket. Yeah, chuck roast is good, if you know how to cook it. And then I cut the fat off. I actually look for the fatty pieces. Then I cut the fat out and I fry it separately like chicharron. And I eat that for snacks during the day, and I butter it. And my heart is perfect. Anyway, it's probably beating right now like a freak. Yeah, because I'm getting excited about this. I'm at like 102. That's kind of high for sitting still. Anyway, I want more coffee. They're buying the nice shit. They are literally buying the good stuff. Not a care in the world. They're not price conscious. They're just like grab, like it's dim sum. Buying all the name brand designer shit that I only buy for holidays, you know? I'm like, what? No, something's broken. Something's broken here. And then I'm like, I just paid for all these freaking people. I just paid for all these people. I literally did. Oh, see, no, I'm not lying. Now I'm at like 108. Let me shut that off. I literally paid for all those people in front of me to have a carefree life. On my back, the fruits of my labor. Oh, but it's the government. It ain't the freaking government. The government might be issuing the check of my money and your money, so these people can have a cushier life than me? What the? I'm all for helping people. I'm all for helping people if they cannot help themselves. But if you're able, yeah, system's broken a long time. But if you're able to work, you're able to have any type of locomotion in your body, you can do something. In this age, you don't even have to walk anymore, you know? There's coming a time when manual labor will be eliminated. Eliminated. Did you see the new robot chef? For $5,000, you can get a humanoid robot that all it does is cook. All it does is cook. I'm getting one. Oh. Almost got her attention. Am I not wearing enough cologne? That'll bring her over here. Yeah. So, manual labor jobs are going away. Construction, bricklaying, all that stuff, it's all going away. Could I twist your arm for another? Thank you. Bartenders, construction workers, unfortunately, these baristas, I mean, I'd go to the thing and, you know, I'd give it an order, a little roll, but we stayed at me and a buddy of mine stayed at a Marriott a while ago. This was like last year. And we ordered room service because we were burning the midnight oil, working on some stuff, and a friggin' robot came to the door. Ding dong, and it was a little R2-D2 looking thing, and it's like it opened up its belly, and there was the food inside the robot, and the robot was like, see ya, and it turned around, got itself on the elevator, went back to, you know, the mothership or whatever. It's coming. It's coming. I used to say 5 years. I'll give every manual laborer right now 2 to 3. If you're not thinking about your future at this point, you should start. You should start. Just think, how can I be replaced? Because you probably will. 40% plus of all jobs in America will be replaced by AI or robotics soon. Just think about that. No one's immune. No one is immune. Anyway, different story. And that's a good thing. Because sometimes, you know what, I'd rather deal with a robot than some entitled service worker asking me for a 30% tip as they step on my foot, you know? I'd rather not. Now, I don't have to make small talk with a freaking robot. It brings in my call, but I mean, sometimes... Alright. Replace the dudes first. Replace the dudes first. You know, I'm okay with that. Leave the Haleys and the Jasmines of the world around a little bit. You know, well, guys, what can do? You know, stare at a robot. You know what I'm saying? And tipping is bullshit. Tipping is a huge scam. I gotta subsidize again. I just subsidize all those people on the line at Smith's to go eat better than I do and swiping food stamp cards. They eat better than I do, not paying a dime. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. And then I gotta subsidize them by way of the government. Then I gotta subsidize people at their place of employment. Pay people a living freaking salary. Unfortunately, a living salary these days is 40 or 50 bucks an hour. Is a living wage. Anything under that's not a living wage anymore. That's just like you have a job. Good for you. Other than that, you're not gonna go anywhere in life with that. Let me shut off these commercials. I'm getting one of them weird ass Temu commercials, whatever. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, I almost just spilled. Don't thank me yet.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Beautiful. What is that? What is that?
Espresso.
My voice cracked. Look, you made me nervous.
I know. It's espresso.
Wow.
So I can make espresso martini.
I like it. That was Mercedes. Yeah, the robot busser at Rera. Exactly, I remember that. Mercedes got the go-ahead to talk to me. Yeah, leave the chicks around a while. You know? Yeah. Life would suck if there was no eye candy. That's all I'm saying. Oh, hey, Bror Fredrik, you're a sexist. No, I'm honest. Life would suck if there's no eye candy. Unless robots have, gonna screw some boobies to them or whatever. But I doubt that. Oh. Ow, that's hot. Oh, this second coffee is gonna be good. What time is it? We got a little more than a half hour to kill. Well, not kill. I can't believe I've been talking about this for an hour straight, but I don't care. And everyone's like, oh my God, Elon, he's doing this, oh my God, Elon canceled 8 million people's Social Security. Oh, what a bad person. Hey, Mr. Mainstream Media News Parrot, getting your marching orders from George Soros. How about you include everyone who's over 120? There's no one over 120 in this country. Not a single. Where's that money going? Well, who is that funding? Where is that being funneled back to? So for years and years and years, we've been paying people at 120, 2,000 a month, 8 million of them. Oh, nobody canceled them. Hey, look, you dumbass. You dumbasses saying, oh, it's so terrible. Do you know anyone 120? I don't. Biblically, it's impossible to hit 120. I'll bring up the Bible again. No man will live past 120 since the days of the flood. That's written in Scripture. Because God ain't playing. Before the flood, people used to live for hundreds of years. How did Noah build the ark? Because he lived to be 800. Methuselah lived to be 1100. People lived a long ass time. But after the flood, God put a governor on people because he was just like, he was up to here with man. So he put a governor, 120 years. So there ain't no people over 120 years, even if they say, oh, so-and-so in Siberia said it's 139. No, sorry. It doesn't work like that. Wow, I'm hitting everything tonight. Let's see how many people I pissed off. I don't care. But it's the truth. I'm spitting facts. What were we talking about? I don't remember. Boobies on robots. As I drink this coffee, hold on. I'm gonna have all the casino coffee tonight. Starting here, I'm gonna be highly caffeinated. But, everyone's time to listen. I've abased and I've abounded in my life. Thank you. I've seen it all. I've been poor. I was born a poor white child. I was born poor. I've been through cycles in my life. I've lived in cars. I lived in a van at one point. And you know what? Prior to that, I was rich. And then I ended up living in a van. And then I got rich again. Then I ended up living in the hood. And then I've seen all sides of life. I can relate to every situation. One thing that I never did was beg or ask for help. The closest I've ever come to begging in my life is what I'm about to do now. Hey, you want to toss me a super chat? Help me with my parking? Feel free. That's as close as I've come in my entire life. And that's not begging. Some people say, oh, you're e-begging. I give them the finger because this is a lot of work. Anyway. Yeah, I've never, I mean, I've asked people for help to a degree. Like, hey, can you help me lift this? You know? But I've always tried to either help others or help myself. God helps those who help themselves. Not 100% accurate. God helps those who help others, but you gotta help yourself too, you know? Hey God, I don't feel like getting out of bed today. Can you make the money rain? And God's gonna be just like, bro, get your dumb ass out of bed, you know? But whatever. God ain't your baby daddy. That's all I'm saying. Oh, what do I see here? Miss Google with the 20 banana rounds. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Let me give all the love for that. I gotta redo my chat so I can see all the messages. But that's what I felt like talking about today, because that is fresh in my mind. That I just don't know how that works. I wouldn't even know where to start. Where do you even start getting free shit from the government? Where do you start? Do you first have to become a Democrat? Like if you sign up for the Democrat, when you get your driver's license, you have to sign up or whatever. Or when you run across the border, you have to sign up. So then you sign up. Now you're a Democrat. Did they just like start sending you shit? You know? Does it just show up in the mail? Is he free food? I mean, isn't that buying votes? Different story. Fletch, thank you very much. I think there's a lot of truth to what you said, that we're on the same page. I think a lot of people are on the same page, but you know what? They don't want to speak up. The silent majority has been the downfall of people who are right-minded. I don't mean right-left, but correctly thinking. Oh, we're the silent majority. Oh, we were so silent we got freaking bulldozed for the past freaking 16 years. You know, I'm tired of being the silent majority. You ain't canceling me. I speak up now. I don't care. Call me Karen, call me a Ken. I just don't give a shit. You know why? Because we won. We're in charge. We're running this show now. Not you freaking blue hair, freaking ring through the nose dumbasses. You know, who've been trying to just destroy America. Make America shit again. I mean, it's not perfect what it is now. 47's not perfect. Elon's not perfect. No one's perfect. None is perfect save God. We're all fallible, but I'd rather deal with this and the fallibility of man trying to help than man trying to break us down like they have been for years. I ain't gonna keep my mouth shut no more. I get crappy service, I say something. I went to Forever 21 because I wanted to pick up some hoodies. They had some nice hoodies. They're going out of business, 60% off. I'm in there. They close at 9. I'm in there at 8:30, and I go to try on the hoodies because I don't want to flex in front of everyone, you know. And they're like, all the fitting rooms are closed. I'm like, it's 8:30. Oh, but we got to start shutting down early because what kind of toilet paper math is that? You know, me and my bro was at a restaurant the other day, and they're like, they close at 2:30, and then at like 2, they're like, sorry, we can't seat you because, you know, we're going to start closing. I don't care if you're going to start closing down. Stay late. Keep to your hours. You know, well, what's going on with that? You know what I did? I dropped the shit right on the floor. I went like this. Oh, really? I can't try this on? Bunk, on the floor. You pick it up. Call me rude. Call me an asshole. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, but that poor person, whatever. Have fun at unemployment because your job's gone anyway. I don't care. Don't tell me you can't keep a frickin'... You're open. How could you not have a dressing room for the last half hour of your store being open? I'm done. I am done keeping my mouth shut. So if people want to... I don't care what they say. I just don't. Because if more people spoke up and stopped sucking on corporate tit and just accepting the mediocrity that's taken place in this world, you're just reinforcing it. Oh, I understand. Oh, yeah, you want to get home too. I want to get home too. I want to get home too, but I'm here to spend money in your property to keep your lights on. And you're going to treat me like I'm an inconvenience because you have to get home? screw it. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm not playing that game. I'm a great guy. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not playing silent majority bullshit anymore. I'm gonna speak up. And you know what? Like I said, this chick here, I'll give her 20, 30 bucks for bringing me 2 coffees. You know why? Because I want to. I'm not an asshole about it. She's with a smile. I mean, they were busy, it's a little slow, but I will do that. I will do that. You know? Yeah, no more silent majority nonsense. I mean, I don't even consider right, left, or whatever. Either you're good or evil. That's how I classify people now. You're either good or evil. I know some evil people on the right, and I know some good people on the left. But if you're aligning with evil, you ain't no friend of mine. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's just agree to disagree. Said Bror Fredrik never. I don't agree to disagree with anyone. If we're on a subject that I believe that has a component of ethics or a component of morality, and we disagree, AMF. I'm not going to agree to disagree about a moral or ethical issue. I'm not perfect, but I consider myself ethical in life and business, and I consider myself moral for the most part. I'm not perfect. Who is? Except God. But I'm not going to agree to... Now, we could disagree and agree about different colors. I like black, you like blue, you like Caesars, I like Aria. All right, we can disagree about that. I don't care. But I ain't disagreeing with you about basic moral issues like who's teaching the children. Some freaking drag queen? Or, you know, or someone normal. I'm not going to agree to disagree on that. We're in the era of good versus evil. And we're going to remain that way, I think, for the outcome of our lives. So it's time to pick a side and stop fucking around. Oh, but what will they think? I don't care. I don't care. Oh, well, you dropped it. You just made a fool of yourself dropping it on the floor. No. Well, okay, they're going to tell me I can't try this clothes on. I'm fixing to spend $100. Not that's a big deal, but on cheap frickin' thin hoodies, you know, they're 50-60% off. All right, whatever. So I like 10 of them. No. So what do you mean? I'm gonna go back throughout the store and I'm gonna place them back on the racks where they came from. Oh, the blue one was here, the black one was there, that awesome freaking gray one with the white things that I never seen that look freaking sexy as fuck, and put it. No, your job. You just made my life difficult. Back at you, bro. Back at you. You made me hustle around this entire store, think through sizes. Oh, I was trying to buy freaking jeans too. I'm trying to find 30-32 jeans. That's what I take. I'm gonna do your job, and then you want me to put this away, being that you inconveniencing me, I'm inconveniencing you. You know, people turn down overtime, I heard. Oh, they wanted me to, them assholes, my boss, such an asshole, they wanted me to stay till 9. Time and a half? Someone offered me overtime, I'd be like, what time do you want me to go? You sure you don't want me to stay another hour? That's how I'd be, you know? What's up with people? When do people get so broken that they turn down money and work? Oh, I don't want to stay. I want to slide down the dinosaur like frickin' Fred Flintstone when the whistle blows, you know? Nah, you want me to work Sunday? I work Sunday. You want to pull all-nighter? You pay me double time? I'm down, whatever, you know? Whatever. Oh, I don't want to stay an extra minute in this place. You get paid time and a half. Oh, and soon, no taxes. Oh, I want to see all the people who hate Elon and hate 47 for rooting out all the corruption in the government. What are they going to do when they're not paying income tax? You know that's coming. Once we're on the tariff standard, anyone making $150 or less is not going to pay income tax anymore. What are you going to do then? Are you gonna crumple up that money and send it to Ukraine or something? Or are you gonna go spend it? And then still complain how Elon and 47 is, you know, Hitler and freaking Mussolini or whatever. But you're reaping the reward. So no tax on overtime, and you still don't want to stay? And then you're gonna friggin' Uber Eats a cheeseburger for $27? Ay, maron. Right? Someone offers you money, you take it. Someone offers you food, you eat it. Well, when did we stop? Oh, hold on. When did we stop, like, what's going on? She's actually getting ready to go. I gotta grease the girl. Let's pull out. I got a bunch of singles, like I was at a titty bar. I don't know where these came from. I'm gonna give her 4 5s. That's what I'm gonna do. See, I'm doing the same thing like I did in the store. I'm like getting my cash together, you know, and these people paying with food stamps. Oh, EBT, excuse me. Gotta fix this shit. Gotta fix. There's no reason for income tax. There's no reason for it. The government doesn't need the money. The country. Oh, but who's gonna fix the streets? Your mom. That's what sales tax is supposed to be for, in case you didn't know. Anyway, there's always a problem. Yeah, I mean, how about tax on Social Security? Isn't that a freak show? You got ripped off your entire life. If you calculate how much you put into Social Security, 6% of your income, compound it at, say, the bare minimum, like SCHD level, 3% a quarter. You know what your Social Security would be like if you started working at like 18, retired at 62? Your Social Security would be like between 12 and 15,000 a month. If you took that money and just stuck it in SCHD or even in friggin' bonds, and bonds are a train wreck, or bought gold or Bitcoin or whatever, but what you're getting ripped off. 12% of you self-employed, bingo. ain't that something? Here's your punishment for trying to better your life. We're gonna double you. Well, that's because your employer also matches 6%. So being that you're self-employed, you're the employee and the employer, so you get the hit on the 12. But I mean, if you self-guided, you'd be doing good in your old age. You'd be like, I can't wait to retire. I'm gonna be raking in like $14,758 because I paid into this shit my whole life. What are you gonna get now? 1,200? 13, 18, 19, 21? What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Nothing. Nothing. You're gonna be living like the Golden Girls, 17 people in a house and whatnot, commiserating over life, still work until the day you drop dead. Social Security. Anyway. Did I cheer everyone up? No, I hope this serves as a wake-up call. I just got my collection from the windfall alone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Social Security's a freaking scandal. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. I want to do like more money talks and whatever. So you want to talk about some stuff real quick? I don't care how much the XRP people, talk about. I mean, they're just such pimps and whores. It's like a big pimp and hoe show. It's never going to 10,000, let alone freaking 100. But yeah, I mean, I don't care how much they shill. I don't know why people are so much for XRP shills. Yeah, they shill for XRP so much. But look at it, it dumped today like freaking 20%. I mean, Bitcoin went down too, but XRP. whatever. Tony B with the 20 Bananaramas. Thank you very much, Tony B. Yeah, income tax and property. Property tax is another scam. Oh my God, that irks me. Property tax. What a scam. You know what? That's just to stop people from accumulating generational wealth. So every 50 years, you have to buy your house back again from the government. So you buy your own home, you pay it off, and you have to still rent from the government again. It's an enormous scam. Social Security, we did not need income tax until WW1. And it's just going to be for a year to outfit our doughboys. And people are pissed at Elon. Elon fired 1,400 IRS agents yesterday. And the media went ballistic. Oh my God, what, 1,400 people, those are families. How could he do that? What an evil person. You know, they're all on the frickin', on the facts. That they all got the facts. This is what you have to say. Yeah, I got XRP, and I sold off my Doge. Sold it off at like 38 cents. I was done with it. I saw that writing on the wall. Anyway, bought it at 8 cents. What was I talking about? I don't know. I was thinking about Doge. Oh, 1,400, and then I got a jet. No, I got 15 minutes. Okay, so. What the hell was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, see, you get me thinking about crypto. I changed my thought process. Yeah, agreed. No transfer. Oh, I was talking about IRS agents. Okay. How could that slip my mind? Maybe I'm telling myself I shouldn't be saying it out loud. Anyway. So the whole world is bugging out about these 1,400. So double click on that. Not double click on the article, but that's corporate speak. Let's double click on that. So double click on it, and it comes to find out that, you know what, those 1,400 IRS agents that got fired, summarily let go, their sole purpose at the IRS was to hand out laptops. That was their sole purpose, to hand out laptops. 1,400 people they needed to hand out laptops. That was their only job. I'm sure they received them too. If, it was an RMA or, someone, if they life cycle, they hit end of life after 3 years, got to give them a new one, So, all right, they needed 1,400. You know what their average salary was? $130,000 a year. That means some of them made more, and some of them made a little less. Average $130,000 a year to be a glorified frickin' mailroom worker. I'm sure they weren't boxing them themselves. I'm sure they were just like, they work from home. So they're feeding their cats, they're watching their shows, mostly women, and they're chilling out, and they're getting banged, and but they work like 10 minutes a day, and then making $130K a year. They're pressing a PO to send a freaking shitty Dell laptop to Bob in Oklahoma. 1,400 of them. That's your money. That's your money. Oh, provisioning. That's a joke. My company can provision shit on an epic scale. We can provision like all of Las Vegas in like 2 days. I mean, it's not a big deal. Deployment is not a big deal. Software deployment, VDI, all that shit. Easy stuff. Well, not easy. It's easy if you know how, and you got the technology. We do. Adios. And that's your money. That's if all these people are screaming and yelling, okay, what are they going to be doing? Don't know. But see, this is the thing. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm Ken. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, Ken.
Yeah.
How are you?
Watch you a lot all the way back from Punxsutawney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're gone.
Did you send me the T-shirts? Was that you who
No.
sent me that? Okay. Someone sent me Punxsutawney T-shirts a while ago.
Really?
And I still wear them. Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, man. I should've sent
I got the groundhog and everything. Yeah.
Appreciate you, though.
Listen, I appreciate you too. Thank you. Yeah. So their job has to go. I'm sorry, but their job has to go. But that's how the government kept the numbers up. For the past 4 years, they've been saying, "Oh, look, employment's dropping. Employment's only 2.2%. Bullshit." They just went on a mass hiring spree, giving people basically, what the mob used to do, no-show jobs. Anyone who's working from home an hour a day and collecting 40 at the end of the week, that's a no-show job. Same thing, we've watched The Sopranos, right? It's a no-show job. So all these people basically work for the government. They're running no-show jobs. Elon's out there like knocking on doors, big giant building, 7,000 rooms, 4,000 bathrooms. He's going inside, they're empty. Nobody's working in these buildings, but the air conditioner's on. We're paying for the electric because all these people are working from home, feeding their cats and making frickin' OnlyFans pages. I mean, come on now. So, yeah, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I hope they save money. I hope they save money. 140,000 for 2 hours a week work. I hope you save money, But no, people like that feel so entitled they spend it all to the last dime. Even when there's no income tax, I'm going to take advantage of that. You know how? I'm going to buy Bitcoin. You know what the average person's going to do? Spend it all. They're going to be like windfall, and they're going to buy a flat screen TV for the bathroom and all this other shit, and still live in the hood, and still not. But the economy will be great because people don't know how to handle money, and then they'll still complain that they're broke, even though they just got like a 30% bump in pay. But I digress. More than 10K a month, I still, yeah, imagine that, 10K a month. Alright, hope I didn't piss people off too much. I don't care. See, that's the other thing, I don't care. You know what I've been finding too? The last time, I was very outspoken and not being the silent majority. Last time we sat in here and had similar conversation, YouTube did not demonetize it. Are they getting the freaking hint that they gotta play along? Oh, what is tariffs? They're so bad. Every freaking company is saying, hey, someone committed to spending I forgot which company it was, committed to spending $500 billion here in the good old USA. Yeah, the music just got loud. The top of the hour they start doing that. I don't know why. $500 billion. Hyundai's like, hey, we'll build some factories, 20 billion. Yeah, because that's how it's solved. That's how it's solved. Unfortunately, most of those jobs that they're going to provide are going to be robots. But I don't care. I don't care. Janice gifted 5 memberships. Who got one? Miss Google, Venus, Brenda. How you doing, Brenda? Cindy and Mr. Gumballs. Ba-da-ba-ba. People I hate you on minus one person. How is your wife? Dude is a genius. The dude is a genius. I mean, we know he sits on the spectrum, but I think we all do. I know I do. And I ain't just winging that out there, Pac. But yeah, but to be pissed at Elon is crazy. Elon comes to your house and he's like, oh, I found out who robbed your house. You want to know? And then, that's like being mad at the cops for catching the person who robbed your house. It's like getting mad at the cops for recovering your stolen car. Because you planned on, lying to the insurance company and getting insurance and saying that, you know, some family heirloom was in the cup holder and trying to, that's what's going on. See, that's what's going on. That's the analogy. They're mad at the cops for finding the car because they plan on pulling some scammy activities, you know? But how could you get mad at the cops for returning your vehicle? And that's all that Elon's trying to do, is return money to your own pocket. You know what we're at now? We're at $2,028 per United States citizen that Elon has saved. You know what's gonna happen? At 5,000, we're all getting a check for $5,000, tax-free. What are you gonna do with yours? I'm buying Bitcoin. No, I'm not. F Bitcoin. That's a scam. I'm saying I'm supposed to say that, but I ain't gonna do nothing stupid with it. Oh, it's found money. Let me buy some shit I don't need. I don't like buying shit I don't need. You know, I need things. I'm gonna buy shit I don't need. But most people are just gonna piss it away. They'll drink it, they'll smoke it, whatever. But it's coming. That's why they have the countdown clock. You know, people aren't paying attention to things like that. When it hits $5,000, that's when we get paid. And then another $5,000, we get paid again. Do you know why? Because it was our damn money to begin with. We're just getting our own money back. You know, we're getting our own money back. Someone is actually advocating for you, and you're mad at them. I don't think my audience is mad at them, but there's plenty of people who are. Yeah, I put a plasma TV in my bathroom because that asshole Elon gave me money. People are crazy. People are wild. Are we wild? Yeah, we're pretty freaking wild too. So in this last couple of minutes, don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm just tired of being the silent majority, and I hope you guys are tired of it too. Speak up for yourselves. You know, stop taking shit. You know, when it's genuine shit. You know, when it's genuine crap. Speak up for common sense. Speak up for what's right. Speak up for those who can't. Number one, be an advocate for those who can't. Speak up for themselves. If you're a man, defend those who can't defend themselves. But other than that, stop taking shit from people. Stop accepting mediocrity as the norm. From here on out, say to yourself, this is not normal, and stop being a corporate cuck. Stop making excuses for corporations. You know, they've got us so twisted, not me, but some people so twisted that we're actually advocating for their poor behavior. Oh, well, you know, their employees, you know, they have to have work-life balance too, so I can't blame them for closing early or doing this or not wanting to give you a refund. Like, people are making excuses for corporations. That's how brainwashed and brain dead we're becoming in this society. That the man, we used to hate the man. Didn't we used to hate the man? F the man, screw the man. Everything was, you know, against the man. Now we're like worshiping the man. Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine sold out to the man. That's where we're at. You know, they're not raging, they're pimping for the man. The man. Like we're making excuses for the man now. I ain't. I'm not. Oh, I understand. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I understand that there's going to be an increase in my T-Mobile bill, $5 a line. So I'm getting an automatic kick in the nads for like $40. Let's say I got 2 watches and 5 phones, 35 bucks plus tax is going to be the increase April 1st for your cell phone bill. Oh, but you got to understand, you know, they got to make their money. You know. That's what people are going to say. They're making excuses for it, and they'll pay it, you know? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Stop enabling corporate greed and stop being an enabler of corporate cuckery. Yeah, I'm buying Bitcoin and mine too, bro. What are we waiting for? I don't remember. How come I always get hit? Those are all my commercials. I mean, they're entertaining, don't get me wrong. Those are all my YouTube commercials. Because I use the word boobies a lot. What you got going on there? What's going on here? Alright. Those are all my commercials. Should I skip it? It shapes and smooths my back out. Alright, cool. Cool story. I don't know why they got me profiled as a chick. Or they just know that I'm into... Yeah, you got your T-Mobile went up $5 plus tax a month, you know, and... Well, you know, we do have to help them. No, we don't. Oh, boy. Exactly. Like I said, are they going to crinkle up that, Scott, they're going to crinkle up that money and send it to Ukraine or something? Can I write Ukraine off on my taxes this year? They've been friggin' dependent. They've been dependent on me. All right, I'm going to jet because I got to go see a man about a horse and I got an airport run. So it's Friday. So yeah, I just have enough time to go unpark and head down to the airport. So let's see. Who's that? Regina. Pat from Regina. How you doing, Saskatchewan? Shout out Saskatchewan. Alright, I appreciate hanging out with you guys. I appreciate being able to rant. It's very, very cathartic. Do what you want for this because you don't care. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is, yeah. I appreciate you guys sponsoring parking and coffee today. Coffee. And like I said, when I have time, I'm going to be out here. I'm not quitting. But if you notice, like I showed you in that link, you know, my company, well, the company I'm with, we got a cover page on Yahoo Finance. We hit the wire hard. So that's where I've been. That's what I'm doing. Those are my goals. But when I do have time, I want to spend it with you guys, you know, because I dig it. And it's kind of neat. You know what I said to someone? I was like, I can't enjoy having a soapbox. And they were like Karening all over me. A soapbox? Yeah. I was like, you couldn't get 3 people to listen to you. You know? That's why you don't like me having a soapbox. Because people actually listen to me. I can be charming when I want to. I can be an asshole when I want to. Anyway, that's all besides the point because I love you guys. And I appreciate hanging out with you again. And I appreciate all the good stuff. And let's see. I better get going before I'm late for the airport. Alright, I love you guys. Looking forward to seeing you again. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out. Wrong way.